Good morning, everyone. Hold on one second. Gotta unmute. There we go. Good morning, everybody. It's your
Morning.
boys, your favorite commentators, Juste Meta and Mr. Ponteronten. Ponteronten, we got some new stuff on the screen. I don't know if you see it.
Let's have a look here.
Yeah,
That looks nice.
yeah, we got some new stuff. You can your Twitter names are up there now. You know.
Oh, up there. Gotcha.
Yep. Already pointing. Yep. We got Twitter names now, so now there's no excuse why you're not following. So there you go.
Good stuff.
I just unfocused my camera by pointing at it. Anyway, all right. So we got a lot of interesting news and topics to talk about. I guess we're just gonna kind of freeball it. I guess today.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we'll just freeball
Since
it.
we put it on the title, we can actually start with the attack invasion of the tier list then.
Yeah, attack of the tier list. The tier lists are coming, chat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was browsing event hubs. Definitely see that Justin Wong has put out their tier list. Event hubs put out 3 tier lists. We already saw last week that the Japanese put out like 5 tier lists. You know, like Kazunoko has a tier list, Dogura, Goichi, Koichi. You know, all the Ichis, they all got they all got tier lists. You know, everybody's got a fucking tier list. You know, actually, you remember last night, I was talking with ShinKensou, who's, you know, pretty, you know, decently big. Well, decently FGC big, you know, for on YouTube. And I had to tell him, I said I had to resist posting a tier list because, you know, that literally blows up my channel. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, posting tier list gets minimum, like I would say, between 5 and 10,000 views on my channel. You know, so like if I just want to get views, I could legit just do tier lists and why this character is good and, you know, other clickbaity stuff. But I haven't done it yet because I realized a day after I did my tier list and I was about to post it, I watched a tournament that completely validated everything that I said. So I was like, yeah, let me just not do dumb shit.
Let's wait a few weeks. Let's wait another week or two. We'll see what will happen from there on that.
Yeah, seriously.
I think.
But let's take a look at these tier lists. Hold on. So let me put let me put the little mini screen up right here. So you guys can see it. There you go. Little mini screen is now up. So this is Event Hub's tier list. A whole bunch of text. And this is someone named Majin. So they got Soul S tier. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it right here. Let's see. They got Soul S tier, Chip S tier, Ram S tier.
Oh yeah,
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then following it up, they actually got May, Axel, Sada 1, and Leo on A tier.
I think that's cap. I think Axel's lower than that, but May, I don't know. I don't think Chip is S tier. I think Chip is S tier. Because nobody knows the matchup.
Oh yeah.
I think Chip is S tier because no one knows the matchup, and I think he also put Ram in there too because he probably doesn't know the matchup. Like once you know the matchup, those two characters kind of go down to A. Oh yeah. Axel was definitely. I think Axel's also up there because he doesn't know the matchup. I think all his A tiers are like S tier except Zato.
True that. And it is quite an interesting setup with the first two, like both on S tier and A tier, because they all say like, unless you know what you're doing, you're still gonna be having a tough time in these matchups.
Yeah, exactly.
So knowledge is important. So hit up that Dustloop wiki to find those weaknesses.
Well, I mean, you could tell this guy has no idea what he's. See, this is why I didn't post my tier list, chat. Look at what we're doing right now. We're roasting this guy. This is why I didn't post my day 1 tier list. Look at what I'm about to say. You could tell this guy hasn't played the game or doesn't play the game enough to know that Geo's actually probably up here. Like Geo's 100% up here. Like she is broke. Like Dino, B tier Kai. You can't say Kai's B tier if you don't know. You don't know that the drippy guy is broke. He's actually up here, like somewhere like A plus. Nago has to be S tier. Like, come on, who's still putting Nago in C tier? Who's putting Pot in C tier?
That's stupid. That's ridiculous.
Like, come on, man. I guess even Milia, like, Anji maybe. but even then, not really.
Mm-hmm.
I think the lowest tier in this game is B. Honestly,
Yeah, I
I think
believe
the
so too.
lowest tier is B.
Yeah,
All the characters that you think are not good could probably just be B tier until proven
yeah, yeah.
otherwise.
It's kind of also difficult to see with tier lists because you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to watch through a movie to have the player actually read to have the person describe like why do you put them there. Because
Mm-hmm.
looking at the picture alone, we might actually be like, what the hell's goes through their head? But even if we were to watch the video, we would still be like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, that's bullshit. So, all right. So here's another tier list. This is someone else's tier list. Hold on, I
Dark
zoomed in
Horse,
too
maybe?
high. Dark. Let me see. Yeah, Dark Horse's tier list. All right.
Okay.
So he's got Soul, Chip, Ram, and May in S. I believe Soul and May in S 100%. But once again, you don't know the matchup. Once you know the matchup, Chip drops a tier or two. Same thing with Ram. Once you know how to play against them, they just straight up drop a tier or two. Like it's
Oh yeah.
I'm sure even I'm sure all the Chip players will even admit to that,
True that.
What else? Leo should definitely be S. Geo, I feel like this is good. I don't know why everyone's putting Axel so high up. I don't know what that's about.
I had no idea. It's just like it can be that whole thing. It's just like if you know what to do, then you will legitimately slap down Axel to B or C even.
I mean,
Because
if you have a character that can run or dash, it's really
yeah,
just as simple as dash blocking. Axel will eventually
absolutely.
walk himself into the corner, and he has no defense, no reversals outside of super or whatever, and you just mash on him. I mean, that's it. Just don't let him out the corner.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a very simple matchup. It's the same with Eno as well. Like, if you don't let Eno do the 50-50, you don't let her get started, then she's not that good. You just got to rush her down. Eno B tier. A lot of people are getting carried by Eno, but I do believe Eno is kind of like not that great. But Milia, I think people are really capping on Milia.
Oh yeah.
Characters like Milia, Kai, and Anji. And why are people putting Nago? Like, how many more Nagos do you need to see wrecking people?
Exactly.
Like, why is Nago down here? Like, Nago should definitely be minimum up here. Kai should definitely be minimum up here as well. But like,
Hmm.
no one's really like showing what Kai can do right now because most of the so-called good Kai players are dropping all their combos right now. So,
Oh yeah. It
you
kind of
know,
goes back to the whole like situation where the matchup is really like something that these people are lacking.
yeah,
You can tell right here. It's just like, oh, Nago is slow. He has the blood rage meter. Oh, he's okay. He's B. He's got rage. It's just like, yeah, but have you seen the dangers he can do to an Axel and a Potemkin?
yeah. Have you seen like the fact that blood meter going up to like damn near full is actually a buff?
Oh
Like
yeah.
him having between 2 and 3 blood meter actually buffs him until he like goes over, and even then it's still kind of a buff because then his normals become full screen like for real.
Oh yeah.
Like his normals get longer with the more blood meter he gets. So it's actually a buff. It's not even like a bad mechanic for him.
Mhm.
That's why Nago mains are so quick to want to pop blood rage because it's good for them actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they could just keep swinging. You know. So
Hmm.
Anji players like I mean Lost Soul just won a pretty big major tournament online. NYC Furby's tournament. I think they raised like $2,000 for it.
Oh,
Um, and that's and Lost Soul just won it with Anji, making Anji look incredibly busted.
oh
I
yeah.
don't know why people think Anji's bad. I think it's the same reason that people think Kai is bad, and the same reason that they think Millie is bad,
Oh
because you
yeah.
actually have to know how to play the game to play these characters. It's
Oh,
not like,
what?
yeah, imagine, Chad. Imagine
Wow.
actually needing to needing to hit practice mode and learning how to play the game to play these
Exactly.
characters. It's not like, some of these other characters we shall not name where you just pick up and be like, oh, I can do this and that. Okay, GG's.
Now I got VIP. That's
Oh,
surprising.
VIP. I just punch people the whole game. GG's.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a one player game. These characters you actually gotta like play neutral and you gotta hit confirm and you gotta do things like Kai. I showed my chat. I was like, man, if you hit confirm this in the corner, you could do 300 damage with no meter. That's more than what Soul can do with no meter. But yet Kai is down here though. But he's got better fireballs and better range and better neutral
Oh
and
yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
he does more damage. meterlessly. But
Therefore,
no, he's down.
therefore, he's too difficult. Therefore, B tier. It's just like what?
Yeah, but see,
What kind of stuff is this tier list based on? It's just like how much damage you can do without even having to think, or is
yeah, I
it
mean, it's lab time.
defined
It's
of
basically
fun?
like, oh, I went in, I learned my combos, I go in ranked, I'm winning all the time. They
Oh
don't know
yeah.
why they're winning. They don't understand why they're winning. With certain characters, they just say, oh, these characters are beating everybody. These characters are sometimes beating everybody. These characters have a hard time beating everybody, and this character I can't win with at all. That's their
Mm.
logic, I think.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
and I think that's why I said these tier lists are not smart. This is not a good tier list. All right, so this is Event Hub's tier list. All these tier lists are basically looking the same. How you going to put Potemkin B tier, bro? This is the game with Potemkin is literally S tier in this game. Like, they don't know how to play the game. All right, I'm done looking at the Event Hub's tier list.
All right.
All right,
Very well.
let's look at Justin Wong. I have hope for Justin Wong's tier list.
I can already tell for some parts. It's just like, okay, here's the problem that I have with Justin Wong. The moment he failed, he became the bolt target for Daigo's amazing Evo moment 47, 47, 34, 47 was it? Yeah. I kind of take him like not that serious anymore. It's just like, you're good, but you didn't beat the beast, dude.
Well, he
Especially
has beat
when-
Daigo in other events, though, but not
That's
the
true, that's
famous
true.
one. Not the famous
You,
one.
yeah, I mean, you can beat him nowadays, but that doesn't stop what happened in the past. I will still hold on to that.
Not gonna
And-
lie, I think I might agree with Justin Wong's tier list the most, even though there's a few characters I feel, should be switched around here and there.
Yeah.
He does seem to agree that there's no tier lower than B, which I definitely agree with. Like, there's
That's
no
a good thing.
C or D tier. He does have trash tier, though.
Oh, yeah. A little
And-
hard throwing there, but
Well, I will say this. If there's actually a bottom one in this game, and this might be a hot take, it's probably Eno. If there's actually a bottom one. You know why? Because all of her shit is fake. It's all fake. It's all of it. You don't have to hold anything from Eno. You don't have to hold a goddamn thing. You know that, right?
yeah. And then immediately when the opponent knows exactly the matchup, it's just like, what? This game is stupid. My character is not winning.
Yeah, you just run in at them. I'm telling you, you don't
Oh,
let
yeah.
them. Don't let Enos hop at you. That's the secret. Like,
Oh, yeah.
if you don't let Enos do that hop 50-50 bullshit,
Oh, yeah.
then that's it. I mean, Note also not good because like she can make you block Note, but then you can just DP if you have a DP character. How many DP characters are there? 1, 2, 3. Like Invul DP. 4. It's like 4-ish Invul DP characters. Like if you're playing one of those characters, or if you're playing a character who has a Invul super of some kind, you could just blow her up. For doing Note in the frame trap. You could blow her up for hopping if you 6P. You could sweep. You could just throw sweep out in neutral so she can't do stroke the big tree.
I mean,
it's not good.
I mean, you can tell also when Faust stanky leg, you can legitimately slap her out of the face. Then it's just like you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So now people are capping on False and Kai. I don't know why. False is definitely. I mean, Hook Gang God just won like a major big tournament with like thousands of dollars on the line.
Oh yeah.
With False, and yet people are still putting False like bottle one.
I mean, it's even come to that point where even Sonic Fox got interested in looking at Faust for a while. And it's just like, hey, you got any tips and tricks? And then Krakatoa just like, here, take this long ass text file that gives you a lot of like need to know basics with Faust. And that was just so much so that if Sonic Fox can get it going, then it's just our way of saying, hey, you can still put Faust at A from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I really think Ram and Chip should go down a tier. I think Zato and Pot and Nago should go up a tier. I think Axel should go down. Axel and Amelia should go down a tier, and Kai and False should go up a tier. And as far as Anji, I don't think Anji is trash at all. I think Anji is actually quite good. I think Anji might be like B, A minus ish. And Eno, if there was ever a bottom one, and like I said, she's not like C or nothing, she's still B. She's still B.
Yeah.
But if you were to order it, Eno would have to be the last one.
Oh yeah.
But Justin Wong's tier list is closer to what I see the actual tier list being. But like I said, I really don't know why people put Axel so high. Like even Majin Obama was memeing about that on ICFC or
Hmm.
ICFC. Um, he was like, "Oh, y'all swear to God, Axel's top tier. Y'all swear to God, Axel's top tier." He said most of y'all don't even know how to play Guilty Gear. You would not, you would understand that Axel's been bottom all the time. Like
Hmm.
all you got to do is dash block. That's it. I literally showed it on stream. I beat like 3 Axels in a row. I was like, "Yo, run FD break." And then make him do his long ass normal, and then run in out on during the recovery, and that's it. And then he's got no defense.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't understand why people think Axel is so good. You know, like
Hmm.
it's only good. He's only good if you don't react. Like if you just sit there and let him throw his scythe at you. But what a lot of people don't realize it's like 20 frame startup on like so much of his stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, Pod. I definitely think Pod is like super good in this game. He's literally just a
Oh
zoner.
yeah.
You know, Potemkin is literally just like a zoner, man. Like
Hmm.
if he's not S tier, he has to be S tier between the super, the shield super that goes full screen. That's absolutely broken.
Oh yeah.
You know, normals that are literally full screen. Full screen normals should make you S tier off rip. You know,
Oh yeah.
like
It's one of those things where it's just like when you throw out that sickle, it should be a very good risk with that, but people are just acting like, oh, it's a plus. It's just, I can't do
mhm.
anything. He just throws these things over and over again. It's like, have you tried other approaches?
Yeah, I
Have
mean
you
it's
tried adjusting?
yeah, exactly. Geo, I can definitely see her A tier. She does have weaknesses if you can call them out. But yeah, you can make Geo look top tier. Ram is S tier. I think Justin Wong put Ram S tier probably just off the strength of her corner pressure.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
in neutral, I feel like she's like A B ish. You know, like her neutral suffers against characters with good neutral, or against players with good neutral. But once she gets you in that corner, though, it immediately becomes a different story. You know,
Oh yeah.
like it becomes a nightmare on Elm Street. You know, just let me
True
out,
that.
let me out.
Let me play this game.
May is 100%. I think Soul and May are top two, and Leo would be top three for me. Like if I was to do a tier list right now, I would say Soul would be top one, just off of pure raw damage output. The fact that he's non-committal, he can whiff and then whiff punish you for trying to whiff punish him. 3 frame 5K and just raw meterless damage output. You're talking 200, 250 meterless every touch, just about. You know, like it's ridiculous what Soul can do. May is actually the same. May
Oh
kind
yeah.
of does the same.
It's a
You know,
moment. It just comes up to the S tier SB saying like, just stop playing right now. I have pressured you into that corner, and you will never get out.
May is a war crime still, and May players be cap. Is she not that good? Of course, because they know she broke. I think Chip is overrated right now. I think people just don't know how to react to the matchup. You guys saw me play against Kusai and a few other Chip players. I was able to make the reads. Once you lab it enough, and you're like, okay, he's gonna do this, or he's gonna go for that, or whatever. You know, like you really need like 2 good reads on Chip. That's all you need. You know, Chip needs like 10 reads. Chip is actually very low damage. Chip has to
Oh yeah.
hit you. He's like Million. He has to hit you like 10 times to
Oh
kill
yeah.
you. So when you think about it like that, from that perspective, it's kind of like I just need to make two good reads.
Oh
You
yeah.
need to make 10 good reads.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't think Chip is as good. I mean, you could definitely make him good. I think every character in Guilty Gear you can 100% make them look absolutely broken.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I think Chip might go down to like A minus once people actually learn the matchup. You know,
Mhm.
Leo is broke even when you know the matchup.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Leo is crazy when you know the matchup. When you don't know the matchup, Leo is something else, man. I'm not even
Mhm.
gonna start on Leo. Leo, I would say Soul May Leo definitely top three in this game, in my
Oh yeah.
opinion. You know, definitely top
It's
three for me.
oh yeah.
Who's your top three? Who do you think?
It's sadly standing with like, I mean, when it comes to actual like, if you aim to win, then it's just Soul, May, and Leo. Ship comes like fourth place because again, people's lack of matchup is just like, what do I do? This guy's going ham at me right now. Same with Ramlethal. It's just like unless you know the matchup pretty well and what the brain of those two characters, these two characters are. For instance, if Ram gets knocked down and she has tension, you should block on their wake up because they will spam that freaking super.
That is true.
Either the large ass beam or that slam on the ground. Same goes with like Ship as well. It's just like they will try and do a wake up DP. Same with Leo, but Leo can actually keep on going with the torture and pressure. So
I would say another addition to S tier, top 3. Now we got to get into top 5 territory.
Oh yeah, true that.
I think Nago Potemkin after Soul, May, Leo, Nago, Potemkin. That would be my top 5. Personally. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds reasonable because again, it's just like even if you do know the matchup, you still need to be careful. So it's that type of thing. Like your ignorance is not the thing that caused you to lose. It was most just like your opponent was just like he knew about what you could do as well, and he took the opportunity to slam your weaknesses.
Exactly,
which is the reason with Potemkin and Nago.
Yeah, Nago, Potemkin, those two characters are characters that will steamroll you for one mistake. You know, same as Soul. You know, same as Soul, same as Leo, same as May, but you know. They'll definitely win a game off of like one mistake, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You make one mistake and it's literally GG's, you know?
Obviously.
So
of course.
That's definitely S tier material right there. And like I said, both of these guys have full screen normals as well. So that makes them instantly S tier. Because they don't got to play neutral, but you do. You got to play neutral. They don't got to play shit. They just swing it all over the place. And as you guys remember this week, I did rage about that. I was raging in ranked. I went from the 10th floor to the 8th floor because I was raging at how Nagos and Pots were just literally mashing in neutral, and I had to play neutral, but they didn't, and I raged about it. And now I feel better about it because now I realize that is actually their character design, is that they don't have to play neutral. And how do we feel about Geo? I think Geo's in the right spot. I think she's just under S tier. The only thing that doesn't make her S tier is if she had like a real reversal, she would probably be S tier. Like her reversal is not real, so you can always like the thing with Geo is once you knock her down, you could just meaty her for days. Like she has no real reversal outside of meter, and her super is mad reactable. It has a whole lot of startup, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, you know what I mean. I think if she had a real like legit Invul reversal to play the strike throw game, like if you're trying to play the strike throw game on meaty, you know, she'd be a little bit more dangerous, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and she might actually trap up to the S tier even if she were to have that opportunity, but sadly she doesn't, because I think that would be more fair, so to say, because a good Geo player can just keep on with the pressure as well, similar to a Soul, and it's just like, when do I get a chance to strike back?
Exactly. You know, Geo is like Soul light. It's like diet Soul.
Exactly.
Geo is legit diet Soul. Like that's what she is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like Soul before you play Soul, you know. Zato, definitely think he would go up to S tier at some point. People again don't know what he could do yet. I know what he could do because I've been labbing it. But a lot of people don't know what he can do yet. So Axel needs to drop. I'm tired of seeing Axel in S tier, A tier shit. Get this man out of here. Send his ass to B tier, where he belongs. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Milia, I definitely believe Milia is A tier. I think people are capping. You know.
True that.
Kai, I think Kai is minimum A tier, right next to Geo. I think. False, I think False is A tier as well, and I think Anji and Ino will probably be the legit B tier, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I think Anji is better than B tier as well. I think the only person who's B tier technically is Ino. So so I don't know, man. I mean, everyone's posting their tier list. I don't agree with any of them. Paul, you don't agree with any of them, do you?
Normally I was just have to ask them, like, what do you base this on? Is this just opportunities, how much damage you deal, how much work you have to put in, how fun is the character to play and to play against? Because that's the thing, that if I were to make a tier list, I would actually play through all the characters and say, like, did I have fun playing this character?
Yeah, that's
Because
very
if I
important.
were, then I would still like be on the S tier for Faustan S tier, and as well as Nago, Potemkin, as well as Chip. Geo I will also put there because it was cool to actually have this massive pressure going on, and I feel like it wasn't too complicated. Same with Sato 1. It's just like here's complication at its finest, and you have to mix and match however you feel like. When it comes to the other characters, it's just like, it's an A tier. It's okay to play, but I wouldn't pick that character immediately if I got the chance. And then another tier list I would make would be like glue drinkers, like paint drinkers, glue sniffers, and actual insane person. And then I would sort it based on that, on that sort of level with the characters.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All
And also
right.
booger eaters, which
Booger eaters,
Giovanni
glue
will stay in
sniffers.
forever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, I mean if I was to do a tier list, which I might do soon, because I think I've spectated enough tournaments and seen like who's where. I think I could put together like a legit tier list that will, withstand the test of time. Because I want to put together a tier list that not only is like accurate now, or it might not seem accurate now, but as people learn the game, I think my tier list will become more and more accurate as time goes on. That's the kind of tier list I'm trying to drop. So that way I can say I told you so when your favorite influencer comes out and says, "Man, Kai is actually kind of busted," and I'm gonna be like, "Look at my tier list, dog. I told you months ago." You know. But
But you
anyway,
didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me?
You didn't believe. They didn't believe. Anyway, that's the invasion of the tier list. Tier lists are everywhere right now. Last week we did look at Goichi and Kazunoko and Dogura's tier lists, which I also thought were all wrong as well.
True that. True that.
Other than that, I mean that's about it. So what other news we got? I think I'm done with these tier lists.
We can move on. So we're talking about Guilty Gear. We can talk about one of the articles is that there was a rumor that goes that Sony is looking to acquire Arc System Works, and it was just a rumor called from the Twitter user called the Dealers_Gaming, and that Sony Studios was thinking about getting Arc System Works and also thinking about Guilty Gear as well. He also came up with a small saying that there's going to be an expansion pack for the game Ghost of Tsushima called Ghost of Igishima. So it's just a rumor that has been going on,
Yeah,
according to this
but I
article.
mean, I would believe the rumor for several reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sony did just buy Evo, right?
Yeah.
They also funded the re-release of Virtua Fighter 5, right? And it would make so much sense if they just bought ArcSys, right?
Oh yeah.
ArcSys made Dragon Ball Fighters, one of the most successful fighting games out there. They also now making Guilty Gear, which is now starting to become another big franchise. Like, this is probably the first time that Guilty Gear is mainstream.
Yeah.
So, it's very possible that over time and over the years, Guilty Gear could sell as much as Dragon Ball. Like, how much did Dragon Ball sell in like the first month or whatever? Like, I think Guilty Gear sold like 300,000 to 500,000 or something like that. Hold on, let me Google this.
All right.
How much did DBFZ sell in its first month, I guess? They're telling us like total sales.
Oh, okay.
February 2018, they had over 1.5 million units, and the game came out in like 2017, right? So it's probably somewhere around the same. Probably sold several 100,000 copies, and then went on to sell like millions over time. Yeah, it's like 400,000 sales a month or something like that.
Oh yeah. That is something that Sony might actually fall caught on Sony's spotlight, so they might actually be more interested in ArcSys, especially now that they also cooperated with Arc System Works with the open beta that they had for Guilty Gear Strive as well. So I think they're having a good connection or firm handshakes with each other.
Well, I mean, also you do remember the beta. They didn't. Sony waived the whole like needing PlayStation Plus thing to play the beta, so they can get mad people to play Guilty Gear. You know, Sony, I will say this: it's a good and a bad thing for Sony to own the studios.
Yeah,
It's good in the sense where it incentivizes them to make good games, so that we can buy them and for them to support it so that we can buy, PlayStation 5s and keep, playing the game for a long time. It's a bad thing because Sony's creating kind of a monopoly, and once they have that, they're just going to say fuck you and just make whatever they want, whether it's good
exactly.
or
That's
bad.
gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, see, that's the good and the bad of this, is because while they're building their monopoly, it's going to be awesome.
Mm.
Like it's gonna be great. Like
So
we're gonna get great games, great DLC, great service. Everything's gonna be awesome. And then once
and
they
then
have their
one.
monopoly, it's like, yo, fuck you, PC Master Race, buy a PlayStation 5, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
you know,
That's when Skullgirls and all those 2D indie fighting games will come out of the woodworks and say like, "Hey, would you like to start up another new type of Evo fighting CEO thing?" And they're just like, "Yeah, sure. What games? Everything that is not on Sony.
yeah.
We're
But see,
using our PCs."
but everything has to be on Sony, or you're not gonna get any players. That's the
Yeah,
that's the
that's true.
thing,
That's true. Exactly.
I mean, but here's the next thing, though, right? The next thing also is that at some point we're all gonna have to buy PS5s, right?
True
And
that.
from what I'm hearing, most PS4 fight sticks don't work on PS5s. So now
Oh,
we're gonna have to buy like another $100 adapter, or we're just gonna have to get the new fight stick that works for PS5. Like we're
oh
gonna have to
yeah,
spend another 150, $200 on another fight stick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's ridiculous to see that.
yeah, that's the only
So
thing. But I mean, if Sony does acquire ArcSys, then it's very likely that, like, the studios that Sony has under their belt produce really good games, and they have the security to take their time and produce great games, right?
obviously,
It's
of
kind of like
course.
NetherRealm and Warner Brothers. Like, they had the time and the money to produce like really high quality games. And we're gonna talk
Mhm.
about these motherfuckers NRS later on today. Later on in our thing, we're gonna talk about these motherfuckers. Straight scam, But
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
you know, I.
So
I would say this. I wish all the best success for ArcSys because they have been grinding for a long time. They've been doing a lot of what's it called, licensed stuff, and now their OG first game, original IP game, damn near 30 years later, 20 something years later, is
oh yeah,
going mainstream. So definitely, good on them. Good on them for
true that.
that. And the
True
game is
that.
fun. The
True
game
that.
is good. I
Yeah.
hope, and ArcSys, and this is another thing I like about ArcSys. They have a really good track record of supporting their games for a very long time. So
Oh
like
yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z just got another update, or they just told them that they're getting more updates, more characters, more balance changes, more patches. Like they're still going hard with Dragon Ball, even though like they're still trying to like pump Dragon Ball while Guilty Gear is out. So like ArcSys is not just like leaving one in the dust and then
Oh no.
focusing on another. Like they're like, no, we're going all in on everything,
Oh yeah. That
So
is a
that
good way to go with it. Absolutely.
so
So
I have a question for you, Ponteronten, real quick.
what's up?
If Sony does buy ArcSys, do you think
Yeah.
we'll get another Blaze Blue?
Unless there's gonna be a few things that gonna play into it. First off, if Team Blue are interested,
Mm-hmm.
either they can go just with a very basic subplot that goes in between of things, or they can deal with the whole time travel system reset thing plot as well. It's just like that, which they did with Cross Tag, where Ragnar just showed up somewhere else, and it was just like, oh, now we're fighting against these guys in Persona and these characters from these weird other fighting games as well, and as well these anime characters from Ruby. And I was just like, they can do that if they like. I would love to see them actually see it going with the 2D graphics sort of stuff, but if they want to go with this new cell shading stuff that they're going with, absolutely. Do it, I believe it were to happen? Probably. I'm on the
well,
whole like if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised, but if it didn't, then it's just like, nah,
well,
we
now
at least
let's
had
talk
hope.
about the whole 2D graphics making a comeback with Melty. Let's talk about that. So hold on, let me put the Melty trailer on. Melty Blood type Lumina. Let me put the Melty trailer on while we talk about this. Um, Wait, it didn't click. All right, so basically, Melty is basically 3D backgrounds with 2D sprites. So
Oh
no
yeah.
3D shell shaded anything, you
Oh, okay.
know. it's pretty interesting, and it actually looks really good. It's like HD 2D graphics, so it's not like pixel, but it's like anime
Mm-hmm.
style, animation or whatever. So it is possible that Blaze Blue could do something like this. Like we have it up right now. You can see like the animation, and it looks really good. Like it
Oh
literally
yeah,
looks like an OG anime fighter, but kind of modernized. You know what I mean? And it still has that melty vibe as well. You know what I mean?
true that.
So yeah, speaking of that, Melty Blood is looking. I did take the time to learn how to play Melty Blood before Strive
Mm,
came out, and Melty Blood is quite hype. You know,
it is
Melty
a
Blood
lot of
is. I see why people will do their side tournaments on the floor of the bathroom. I get it now. This game,
it.
this game is legit hype.
Absolutely.
So it is coming out September officially on all platforms, by the way, not just PlayStation. Because when they first announced this game, it was just for PlayStation. But now it's going to be for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, PC, all with rollback. Not sure if there's crossplay though. It would be great if this game was crossplay on everything, you know.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, it's coming out on everything, you know.
it's gonna be
And
interesting to see when it comes out. Yeah.
yeah, and it's cheap too. So the deluxe edition is the price of like a regular game, which is like 70 euros. You know, um, you know what I mean? It's like 70
Yep.
bucks, and then the standard edition without the DLC or the colors is like 50. So now a lot of people were like, "Oh, but you only get 10 colors." But then it came out, because Melty is famous for having like 50 colors for every character, and all the colors are like awesome, right?
Oh yeah.
Apparently, there's a palette maker in the game where you can make your own
Ooh,
colors. So they give you
that's
10
nice.
colors, and then they just say, "Fuck it, make your own." You know what I
Go
mean?
do whatever you feel like. Do we look like we have time to make another 40 and for every character?
Yeah,
Get it.
yeah. So we also got the moon styles as well. I think they said they only doing two moon styles. I think crescent and full.
Oh, okay.
Or I think it's one moon. I don't know how the fuck they're doing the moon styles anymore. I don't know.
We'll see how it will be when it releases then.
Yeah, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, I'm pretty sure we got reverse beats and all that other stuff. But yeah, Melty looks hype. This is another game we're gonna play a lot on the channel as well. We're gonna run tournaments for it probably on Sundays. We're gonna do Strive Fridays, Saturdays, and then Melty on Sundays. Maybe I'll buy this game twice, like I bought Strive and do Melty Sunday, Monday.
Oh
PC
yeah.
Sunday, PS4 on Monday. Who knows if there's no
Oh yeah.
crossplay?
Have
But
to wait
yeah,
and see what will happen down the line.
so yeah, I'm planning on. I'm probably not gonna like grind this game, but I will learn it enough to like play it and to
Oh yeah.
commentate it. But I do like Melty. So
That's a good thing. And since we might as well take it as well, there is actually going to become Sony's State of Play, which is scheduled for July 8th. So we
really,
might be able to see more Melty there, and
mm,
potentially also get to see the chance to maybe see and hear about a new DLC character for Strive. Who knows? It might be a good time for ArcSys to see there and show that, because if Sony comes up and say, "Hey, we acquired ArcSys. Here's what they got showing for you," and then they maybe show
hey, you
some
never know. We might get a
Melty.
Persona game at some
Yeah,
point. We might get
could be.
another Persona game. Another
Might have to
Persona
wait
4
and see.
fighting game.
Absolutely.
But
So.
yeah, I would love to see another Blaze Blue. Definitely would love to see another Blaze Blue, especially the way that Strive plays.
Mhm.
The execution is kind of almost up there with Blaze Blue a little bit. Like Guilty Gear, I don't remember the execution. Like execution in Guilty Gear is more so just about like getting your inputs together, but Blaze Blue was like really big on timing. You know,
Absolutely.
and Guilty Gear kind of has that same Blaze Blue vibe of like, yeah, it's all good that you know how to do quarter circle forward, whatever, but can you do it at this precise timing of the combo so that it doesn't drop? You know what
Mhm.
I mean?
True that. True that.
Yeah, so there you go. For those who don't know, you can play Melty right now for free. You could play. Let me go to Melty Blood. Hold on a second. Melty Blood.
Community edition.
Yeah, Community Edition. Yeah, there's a Community Edition of Melty Blood that is free to play. What is it? Melty Blood Community Edition. There you go. This is the one you want to get because There should be a link somewhere. I'm looking for it right now. Hold on, there should be an actual website that I'm trying to give you guys. No, they're just
Community edition
download
posted
links.
on the internet is super old. I would advise against it.
Well, that's the one that I have. So
Oh, okay.
I have the community edition, but the whole point is there's the community caster edition or something like that. Current code actress again, community whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
rollback edition. This might be it right here. Yeah, anyway, long story short, there's links everywhere about it. Go find it. You can basically connect to someone's IP address directly, and then you guys can just run the match forever. We can have spectators. We can run tournaments on it. It has rollback, one frame, like I think like 1 frame of rollback or whatever, guaranteed. Really, really good. It's for current code actress again. That's the version that everybody's playing. So and the OST is hype. The OSC for
It
Melty
is.
is really good.
It is absolutely.
Yeah, so there you go. Go download Melty. We're gonna start playing it at some point. What else we got on the news list today?
We have that little thing about Killer Instinct.
Oh.
So this was an article from Event Hubs, which goes by the title Xbox Phil Spencer wants to continue with Killer Instinct, says the right development team and opportunity have to come along. So during a small podcast, they actually interviewed Phil Spencer, where they talked a little bit about the future of Killer Instinct that was recently released on Xbox One and has been released also on Steam. And he responded with this: "There are so many good games in our catalog that we'd love to visit." Spencer begins. The response when we redid KI at the launch of the Xbox One was fantastic. I will just say that Matt Booty and I have discussed many times KI and where we would like to go with it. And it is in our hearts and in our minds that we want to continue to do something with KI. It is about finding the right team and the right opportunity, but it's not due to any kind of lack of desire on our part that we're not doing anymore with KI because we love the franchise and the community response, as he concluded. So it's mostly just like they're waiting for the right time and opportunity to go with it. So
Also,
they're
the right
still
people. Like they got to gather a team.
exactly,
Maximilian
absolutely.
Dude posted a video about this where he was basically saying that around that time because he was involved in the old Killer Instinct, in the making of it and the promotion. I think they hired him to do like the trailers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like he did say that there were people internally at Xbox who were like, we need to do Killer Instinct. We need to do Killer, like really like hammering it, like
Yeah,
like people with power, like not just like interns or developers, but like
exactly.
director of this, head of this. We're
Mm.
like we need to do Killer Instinct. So
Need
basically,
to
there's
do it
just
right.
nobody. Yeah, there's like nobody at Xbox doing that right now. So
Exactly.
there's no director of this or head of that or anything. But if one of them decides they want to do it, then that's when we'll get another Killer Instinct, I guess.
Absolutely. That would be an amazing treat to see, especially now if they were actually release it for PC and on their Xbox Series X, for
Hmm.
instance, as well.
There we go. Yeah, so that's about it for that. So, what do you guys think in the chat about Killer Instinct and Xbox? Says basically they're just waiting for the right development team to come along,
Mm.
but I feel like they're sleeping on money right now.
I think
Like
so too. I
I
think
don't know.
that is a good thing to go with to actually get more people interested in the Xbox Series X and Series S. Right now, it feel like they have games, but it's one of those like, what's the game that makes me want to purchase this console, for instance?
Yeah, I kind of feel like they kind of dropped the ball on like on their launch window. Like, why would they like if they know people want Killer Instinct? That's literally like billions of dollars just sitting there, right? Like,
Yeah,
I would already have had a team developing it for the new Xbox, right? That would have sold your Xbox like that, easy.
exactly.
Especially in the fighting game community, like that would have sold you at least a good million Xboxes right there,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
And then like maybe develop like a first-person shooter or some shit, or
Yeah,
like something else,
absolutely.
I don't know, man. I feel like devs are dropping the ball when it comes to fighting games. Like I know
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like technically a small niche in the gaming market. It's not like, selling like hundreds of millions of copies or whatever, but at the same time, I feel like if you're a corporation, any million copies like helps. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like if a game sells 6-7 million copies, I don't think that's nothing to shit on. You know?
Exactly. I agree
Like
with that as well. I think that is something that you can take consideration, especially when he started at the start of his response. It's just like, yeah, we love the idea wholly, and when we unveiled Killer Instinct to the audience, everyone went bonkers.
yeah,
You
I
just
mean,
heard like the first few tunes, and then you just like the audience just started going crazy.
yeah, I mean,
Maximilian even went crazy as when he heard those notes. He's just like, no way, and then he just went bonkers when he saw the logo.
yeah, I mean, they know people want it. Like, I don't know why they just don't develop it, or why they don't just, I know maybe Iron Galaxy is probably doing something else now, or the Rare development team that developed it at first is probably doing something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it can't be that difficult. You know,
Mm.
it just
It's
can't be that hard to just
mhm.
say, "Hey, you over here, you like Killer Instinct, right? Okay, you're now
Yeah.
the head of Killer Instinct. Go put together a team, get it done." Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, like, I mean, you're Microsoft. You got untold billions of dollars. I'm pretty sure you could talk to someone and say, "Hey, I will pay you whatever the fuck you want. Come over
Mm.
here and develop Killer Instinct for us because you're gonna make
Oh yeah.
billions on it, guaranteed. It's guaranteed billions."
Oh yeah.
I don't understand companies and
But it can.
corporations.
It might just end up because it might just become a thing where they just shove in a whole lot of money, and then it becomes something that they didn't. It's because they gave the wrong people that amount of money. It was just like, I mean, I just came here to make games. I don't care what I made. So if it's crap, then I don't care. I got paid. So it's that
Yeah,
type of
but
thing.
I mean, at the same time, though, you gotta have quality assurance.
Yeah,
If it's a
exactly.
launch title, I don't know. I feel like that's something Sony is good at that Xbox is not good at. Like Sony will give us what we want. You know what I mean?
True that.
Like they're like, okay, we know you want God of War. We're dropping PS5, and we let you know that we got God of War already in development. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys like Dark Souls shit? Boom. Demon Souls remake already in development for PS5. Boom, bitch. Buy that shit. Like they know like what we want.
Yeah.
Like they
True
give it
that.
to us.
Yeah.
And they give it to us.
True
But
story.
Xbox, like they know what we want, and this guy's just sitting here fucking cheesing in the webcam. You guys want Killer Instinct, right?
We're trying. We're trying, guys. We keep it sure. We're trying our best over here. So it's
Yeah,
like,
like,
yeah, but
bruh, you're Phil Spencer. You run a
yeah,
billion-dollar corporation, dog. Like, are you really trying to act like it's not as hard as just paying somebody, like, like an extra
exactly.
100,000 a year? You know,
True story.
like it's really all it would take to get this done.
Mm.
Like, literally no cap. It's just finding a developer or a dev who likes Killer Instinct, says you're the head
Yep.
of Killer Instinct now, pay him an extra $100,000 a year to have him put together a team and get it done. Like that's
Yeah.
all it would take.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
We'll just have to wait and see who will do that sort of stuff.
All right, so let's move on to our next topic.
Yeah, sure.
We talked about Melty. We talked about now we got to talk about we got to talk about something. MK11 is dead. It's over with, chat.
Oh yeah.
They killed it. They killed MK11, chat. My channel was built on MK11. They killed it. All right. Now, you guys have been asking me. People have been coming to my stream, old, MK viewers back when we used to get mad views for MK. They come to my stream and they're like, "Man, you haven't played MK in like 8 months, man. Are you ever going to play MK again?" And I'm like, "Yo, that game is dead. They're not dropping shit for this game." I've been saying that shit for almost a year now.
Yeah.
And people be like, "Nah, man, you heard about those Combat Pack 3 leaks? Nah, we might get a balance. You gonna come back when they rebalance the game?" And I kept saying, bro, they're never gonna rebalance the game. If they wanted to rebalance the game, they would have did it already. Like, no, we're not getting any more. They're literally leaving the game broken. They are literally leaving the game broken. Now, here's now this normally would not be a big deal for NRS specifically.
Mhm.
But it's a big deal for one reason. They made specific promises when the game came out. The game director, everyone involved in the game made promises and assurances. They specifically said, we are going to support this game way longer than 2 years. There's going to be
Oh.
DLC for years. There's going to be characters, balance patches. Man, we're going to focus on the competitive esports side. We're going to be
Oh boy.
balanced. We're going to be rebalancing the game on a regular. You know, we're going to be supporting grassroots tournaments. We're going to be, you know, running tournaments ourselves. Not only was there no pro comp during coronavirus,
Oh boy.
there was none. Mortal Kombat was the only game with good online.
Oh
It was
no.
literally me, Aquaman, and Destroyer. We're the only ones doing tournaments for Mortal Kombat the whole time. And I'm not even capping. I'm not even capping. You can ask. You can go ask Destroyer and Aquaman and say, who was throwing the tournaments during coronavirus? It was me, Mr. Aquaman, and Destroyer, and that was it. You know, and like a few smaller guys here and there. We were the only ones doing tournaments for this game. For the whole time Corona was out. They didn't do no pro comp. They didn't throw no pop bonuses in. Like whatever money we put up, like P&D, K&M put up like 2K of their own money for a tournament. Aquaman luckily has sponsors to put up money for his prize pool. Destroyer has sponsors as well. I put up my own money for my prize pools. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like they didn't like come in and support the grassroots community who kept the game alive at all. Like we straight up just kept the game alive, and they didn't give a shit. I barely got a retweet. I got one retweet in 2 years of throwing tournaments for these motherfuckers. One retweet from the Mortal Kombat official account.
What?
One.
All of that work just for a freaking one single retweet. Thanks, Ed Boon.
Yeah, one fucking retweet, bro. Like, and they made so many promises that they were like, nah, this is going to be our most supported game ever. We're going to break our 2-year cycle. It's not going to be 2 years and then we announce a game. We're going to do it for 3, 4, maybe 5 years. We're just going to keep supporting this game, man. This game, and then on top of that, they said this is going to be a footsie-based fighter. This game is the least This game has no footsies. This footsies don't exist here, bro. Like, they just straight up lied about everything. And now here's my issue, right? My issue is everyone's like, oh, well, NRS did their best, you know. I look forward to the next game. They're still fucking sucking. They're so cucked by NRS, bro. Like, motherfuckers are hard cucked by NRS. Like, stop letting them get away with this shit. They literally go on a promo tour, just flat out lie. They said now for more than 2 years. No, it wasn't more than 2 years. It was literally like a year and a half. And we got barely any, and they're saying more than 2 years because this is when they choose to announce that they're ending the DLC. They really, the last DLC they dropped was like 8 months ago. 8-9 months ago, right? And some bullshit balance patch that wasn't even a thing, right? That it didn't even rebalance anything. It was like we make this move go from -5 to -4. It's like that does nothing. That literally does nothing. Like no one has a 5 frame or a 4 frame button in this game. Like that means nothing. You know? So long story short, not only did we never actually get a balance patch, by the way, not even one time. There was no real balance patch. Characters, half the cast, or I would say even 80% of the cast, is unplayable in a competitive sense. Certain characters are just broke beyond belief. And we never got a balance patch. And now they're saying for more than 2 years. When the last DLC came out nearly 8 months ago, which would make it like a year and some change. Right? That the game has been out. Right? So they really supported the game for like a year, barely, with only 2 DLC packs.
Not the best situation to be in at all, especially now when they put the nail on the coffin, like the final nail on the coffin, on with that tweet saying like, "Hey, we're not gonna release anything more," and that is just like their way of saying you're gonna be mad at us now, but once we announce our next project, you'll come back for us. It's just like careful with that.
It's kind of like
Nintendo can do that. You cannot.
Well, I mean, they're getting away with it because everyone's just like, oh, well, what's the next game? They know their audience. They know their audience doesn't actually play fighting games. So, I mean, and that's real talk. I think it's time to call a spade a spade. NRS stands don't actually play fighting games. These are the Call of Duty of fighting games. That's
I
that's
would
what
say
we're gonna.
that is.
I think that's what we gotta call them. They're the
Yeah.
Call of Duty of fighting games. You
Hmm.
guys just play and think you're fucking nice, just like Call of Duty players think they're nice at FPSs.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the game gives them aim assists, and makes them feel like a badass. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
And then you just look for the next game because you get
Hmm.
bored of the first game and now you got to play the next game, right?
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and NRS
Exactly.
that's their formula. They're like, hey, we're gonna make you feel like you're really good at fighting games for a little bit, so you can tell all your friends, yeah, man, I was Elder God 5 times in Mortal Kombat 11. You know, like that gets girls or something.
Oh
And
yeah. True story.
yeah, and then you just wait for the next game, and that's the hype train. But I don't
Oh
know,
yeah.
man. I wouldn't be asking. I mean, people need to call in, and this is my whole take from this whole thing.
Mhm.
Stop letting NRS lie.
Oh yeah.
Like no more wins the next game. How about you just support the game that's already out? You
Mhm.
know, we're all invested in this game. Like just balance the game. Give us
Oh
more
yeah.
tournaments for the game. Support this game longer. Like stop with the whole like pump and dump. Like, cause
Oh
that's
yeah.
what it feels like. It feels like a pump and dump. It's like,
It kind of
I
agrees
feel
with it.
I feel like 2 years for a fighting game. Like, what if Tekken 7 only lasted for 2 years and then they dropped
Oh
Tekken
yeah.
8, right? Like, or Street Fighter. Like, it doesn't
Mm.
make sense to me. Like,
No,
fighting games are something that can have a much longer cycle,
absolutely.
and you end up
And that's
and it's already been proven that you can end up selling more. You know what I mean?
absolutely. And
By
that's some
extending the cycle, right?
yeah, and that's something that they could win on right now if they just kept their promise and actually fixing things and adding more content, because then they would last long, just as long as Tekken 7 is doing right now, which that game has been going for a good while. People are still playing it, people are still taking tournaments, and they're still going, and it still looks fine. If
Yeah, I
people
mean,
were just like, oh,
and it's
hmm,
not a sales thing because Mortal Kombat
no,
sells extremely well, like better
yeah,
than
yeah,
any fighting game, period. Like, I
yeah,
think they sold like 10, 15, 20 million copies or some shit like that. But imagine if they just supported the game longer.
yeah,
How much could they
much,
sell?
yeah. They
You
might
know?
actually have a better return on investment as well. It's just like to put out more DLCs and then make an expansion like this complete edition at the end of the whole season pass and say like, here's the new season pass, new story mode, new characters, new modes, balancing.
hmm Oh, they don't even need to do that. Just balance the
Oh,
game every couple months and drop a character
oh
or
yeah,
two a year. I mean, I think that's all it would really take to keep this game alive.
oh yeah,
That's really all the community wants. It's just more characters and more balance patches, to keep the meta fresh, to switch up the
oh yeah.
meta so that it's not the same meta for like 2 years straight.
Mhm.
So
True story.
yeah, I mean, I don't understand, but I mean, once again, a lot of people, Roofamonger is also saying the same thing, that Warner Brothers owns them. So whatever promises they made, we should probably not listen to because Warner Brothers tells them what to do, and Warner Brothers
Exactly.
probably said, "Hey, you're working on this Marvel project now, so
Oh yeah,
so yeah, kill MK11. You're done.
oh
You're
yeah,
done with that. We're moving on to the next. That it might not even
absolutely.
be NRS who maybe I might be too hard on NRS, but maybe it might not be them. It might
Mm,
not be their fault. It's very possible that
could be, yeah.
Or it could also be that Ed Boon is sitting in his office chair, like, yeah, let's just make him think Warner Brothers is making us do this.
Uh,
Runs away in $1 billion, laughs in $1 billion, bro.
shows like a crocodile tears, just like, well, we're sorry. We were hoping for the best, but our publisher said otherwise. It's just like, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
whatever you say, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, if it comes out that it's really just them doing this, and Warner Brothers doesn't give a shit what they do because they sell,
Mhm.
I strongly believe they sell so well that Warner Brothers probably gives them a little bit of free reign in this
Oh yeah,
department.
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't, I don't know. I don't know, man.
It,
All I
it's
know
been,
is this is another I told you so moment from Just Meta Gaming TV. I told y'all motherfuckers a year ago that this shit was dead. I told y'all. I said we ain't getting no more balance. I said we're getting no balance patches. And you know how I knew?
yeah,
Because when the movie came out, there was no
yeah.
DLC tie-in.
Oh,
There was like
that's true.
that's once again, you're a corporation. It makes sense. Movie comes out, game DLC tie-in. But no,
Oh yeah,
there was never any synergy between like the Mortal Kombat extended universe
hmm,
and the game. There was never no
oh yeah.
synergy there, in the marketing. So that's
Mhm.
how I knew that the game was probably done for.
Oh boy, a tough,
So
greedy situation.
yeah, I
We'll
don't
just
know.
have to
It
see
just,
what they will take. Next step will be maybe
I
on the
mean,
state of play at July the 8th.
I don't think we're gonna get an announcement from them
Oh,
anytime soon because
I
they
don't
have to
think.
have, they got to have like a product ready before they,
Mm,
like at least beta or alpha or whatever.
yeah, yeah,
So we're probably not going to hear from NRS for a while. So,
that's true.
but that's I find that to be very sad. They killed the game. They
Mm-hmm.
dropped it. It had the promise of being great. Could still be the best fighter out there. Could have sold a lot. Could be good for casuals. Like I feel like Guilty Gear is kind of taking the spot of MK right now.
Oh
Like
yeah.
a game that's good for casuals but has a lot of depth. You wish MK had leaned into B kung fu movie aesthetic rather than ultra realistic gore porn sadism. I agree with that as well.
That would have been
Uh,
cool. Yeah.
but anyway, we're moving on from MK. That's MK. They
Yep.
killed it, and I don't want to hear no MKX was better because when you guys actually go back to play MKX competitively, then you remember why you left. So that game is a nightmare too. So yeah. Uh, last piece of news. Is there any other piece of news that we have that we want to talk about? I wanted to talk about the absolutely broken. Well, we could talk about the tournament last night that we did.
Mhm.
That was ultimately overshadowed by Levo.
Oh yeah.
Because your boy is Levo every other week coming in, taking my players away.
For a few minutes.
Yeah, but nah though. Like I like the fact that there's so many tournaments going down. I'm
Yeah.
looking for that video. Here we go. This bug. All right, so last topic as far as Guilty Gear Strive is concerned. The meter jank. You could do
Oh,
reversal super and then instantly PRC it, and somehow 2 meters only turn into 1 meter. So what does
oh,
that mean? That means you could basically do 2 meters worth of moves for the cost of 1 meter somehow.
really?
Yeah. It's basically installing the invul of your super onto the PRC for 1 meter. So basically you do super, instantaneously cancel it into PRC, and you become full invul for the whole length of the PRC.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Full invul. It's actually broke. So if you do
A
drift,
lot of work.
yeah, it's actually kind of easy. Not gonna lie, if you have the RC button as a macro, because then it's basically a card cancel. So like basically you do half circle forward, button immediately plink it to RC. So I don't use the RC macro. I had to put the RC macro on to do this myself, but I found it was much easier to do it with the RC macro. And it does, in fact, spin 1 bar. You should see reversal. Like if you do it off wake up, the way you know that you did it is you get a PRC. Because if you didn't get a PRC, if you didn't do the super or some move, then you wouldn't get a PRC, and you would also get hit by the meaty, right? So like you have the bot like sweep you, and then like maybe have Soul do like Fafnir meaty or some shit. If you do it right, you should see reversal when you wake up, PRC, and the Fafnir should just go through you, you know, and then it's your turn, you know.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of broke too. I definitely, when I started doing it myself, I was like, "Yo, this shit has to be a bug. Like, this is like,
Oh
do
yeah.
you not understand the implications of how broke this is? Like, think about it in terms of like a tournament, right? Like, you have 1 bar, right? And now you can wake up on your opponent, wake up invul, power through anything that they do. You
Oh yeah.
know, even if they don't do anything, you put yourself in a drift situation as well. You know, you put yourself in a drift situation because you could drift as well. You could RC drift it
Mm-hmm.
and be full invul for the whole drift. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? And be full invul for the whole drift, and then you could probably like come out of the RC like with a grab or with something. But you basically do 2 metered moves for the price of 1. It's crazy. They need to fix that.
Oh yeah. Unless it was intentionally put there and they're just like, we're not fixing that.
Now,
Especially with.
I
as
could I
Wade
could
said, it was
see
like Faust has the biggest window as well. So
I could
maybe
s-
that's the thing that puts Faust in the S tier.
yeah, I mean I could see False needing that. False has no reversals, right?
Mm.
You know, he's got no reversals. So I can totally see that. I can see the argument of it's a feature, not a bug, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I could totally see that. But for characters like Kai, it's kind of broke.
oh
You know, because
yeah.
I can already do invul shit on Wake Up, right? But you
Mhm.
could grab it. But you know what you can't grab? Wake Up Super.
True
And
that.
you know what I could do? Wake Up Super, instant cancel, crush counter, counter. You know,
Oh,
counter. You know, that's
opponent goes like, what happened? I was doing a meaty wake on his wake up. What the
yeah,
fuck?
Soul. Yeah, Soul needs it. Yeah, Soul's got invul wake ups already, but for characters like Kai and Soul, this is absolutely broken. You know why? Because like I said, you know the one thing you can't throw on wake up super. You know what they could do? Invul super PRC counter. Good flame disappear. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no! Oh, where did all my health go?
Yeah, it's like what the fuck just happened? Go watch the replay, see like a million inputs. It's like, wait, he did all this shit? Like,
Wait, is this a person or was it a machine? I have no idea.
yeah, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy. You do not want, yeah, yeah, that has to be a bug because
Oh yeah,
some motherfucker like Sonic Fox is gonna take advantage of that in tournament one day. Just
oh yeah.
wake up super, then DP whatever, do something crazy, and people are like, what the hell was that? You know, Sonic's
And
gonna
then
win the
suddenly, I don't know, event hubs would change their tier list. It's like, hey, we updated our tier list. We put Faust back in S tier, and we still put Eno in trash tier because we saw Justin Wong's tier list, and we said like we can't adjust to that. So we're just gonna go back to our pick things not with a pinch of salt and just go quaff everything up.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, this meter bug is very interesting.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I would say this. I would like this concept to stay in the game, but it should cost 2 meter and not one.
oh
It's
yeah,
broken that it only costs 1 meter. Because if you even have 2 meter, it's broke because you get like 3 meter moves on 2 meter. It's broken. It
oh
needs
yeah.
to cost 2 meter. Definitely. You know,
True that.
definitely needs. It's basically a parry, if you think about it. It's like a flash parry
Mm-hmm.
that every character has access to, but it should definitely cost 2 meter.
True that.
That's too powerful to cost 1 meter. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So
exactly.
that's about it. All right, question and answer time, chat. I want to know, what do you guys want to talk about? You guys got any questions for us? While in the meantime, while you guys formulate your questions, we could talk about the tournament last night and
Oh
the
yeah,
fact that we had the homie ShinKensou guest hosting with us. If you guys know
it
him from
was a really
YouTube,
cool
or
thing.
yeah. So we had some FGC celebrities in here yesterday, and I also checked my statistics. Guess who? Guess who popped into the stream?
Oh.
I checked my Twitch statistics yesterday during the
Mm-hmm.
tournament. Even though we had low views because of Levo,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we had some folks pop in. You know, let me tell you. Hold on a second. We had Anime Illuminati pop in,
Ooh.
and
Damn.
you could tell by the number of views. You know, they popped in a couple times. Leffen popped in like 3 or 4 times apparently.
Ooh.
So I don't know how he popped into my stream if he's running Levo, but
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, he might have different commentators, so it's not. He was looking a little bit at the competition, maybe.
is MK11 at Evo? Yes, it is. Yes, MK11 is at Evo. So that is a thing. You know, MK11 is still going to be played at the competitive level. I'm sure. You know,
Mm. True that. True that.
um, and I'm pretty sure casuals will be playing it quite a bit. So
Yeah.
how many people you guys think will sign up for MK11 Evo? Probably 1,000. Realistically, there's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
still going to be a good solid like 1,000 people. I mean, Strive Tekken 7 probably going to have like 2,000 ish. You know,
Yeah.
2,000 ish or more. Like Levo had like 1,700 people or some shit.
Mhm.
You know, like it's crazy. Like they had like 2,000 people for Levo. So I mean,
Mhm.
Guilty Gear Evo is probably gonna have 2-3,000 people easy. You know?
True that. So we'll see. I would agree as well. It's like even though NRS is just like being a big pair of dum-dums and just like putting the nail in the coffin. It's just like there's still going to be people playing the game because, hey, I put a lot of time and effort into it. Might as well keep on going with the legitimate tournament play as well. Until Evo says themselves like, oh, we're not going to do MK anymore. That's when people will be like, all right, then I'll stop.
I mean, MK will probably still be like a main stage game for this one and probably the next one, realistically. You know what I mean? But yeah, as far as the PC Fight Night last night, ShinKensou basically went on record to say that he did not know that the EU, outside of the NA region, he said he knew all the like NA players and he knew all the Japanese players, but he had no idea that EU went super hard. He said, yo, the level of play I've seen tonight in just like this chill PC tournament is through the roof. Like, he said, you guys are playing better than some pros. Like,
oh damn.
Yeah, he was like, you
guys need to hear that.
Yeah, he was like, yo, you guys are fucking insane. Like, he was like, I don't know what's going on over here in EU, but you guys over here sweat lorded it up, pretty much. Paraphrasing.
Absolutely. I mean, we had that perfect finale between ShinKensou, like between the two Ponteronten players.
Kurokic, yeah.
Yeah, Kurokic. And it was one of the matches that I felt like this has got to be one of the better finales that I've ever seen, because we have these two very powerful Ponteronten players who kind of blue balled us from their first match from an earlier part of the bracket. Yeah, it's like, I'm going Kai, I'm going Chip. It's like, no. Yeah, Latte, and then it happens.
Latte made it work with Kai in winners finals, though. Like, can we talk about the fact that the Drip Lord was made to work in winners finals?
Absolutely.
Latte got winners finals with Kai, by the way, not with Potemkin. Was not carried, cannot claim. And Latte has a habit of doing that, of picking a character that people consider is not good and then still winning with them anyway. Yeah. Being like, yeah, I'm not carried by this character, bro.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. First it was Testament, and then he picked Pot to prove he wasn't carried in plus R. But see, now Pot is S tier in this game, so now he's got to pick Kai to prove he's not carried.
It's just like, hey man, it's not the character I'm picking, it's the way I play. It's just like, that's how it is.
Well, one thing Shin kept saying a lot last night was how did he know? How did he know? And I said, because it's EU. We don't block over here. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, you guys think this is a joke if you're not in the EU. It is not a joke. We're dead ass serious. When we say we don't like the block, like, I think someone even said that to me. They were like, man, you're so active. You're always running at me. And I'm like, yes, because I'm not going to block. You're going to block. I'm not going to block. That's how we play over here. There's two players. Only one player is going to block. It better not be you.
Exactly. And I think Wiseman Vermeer said it as well yesterday. We paid for 8 buttons. God damn it. We're going to use them.
Listen, you see these buttons right here on my Fightstick? I paid for each one of them. I was actually on eBay about to buy my hitbox parts before we started this. But yes, I got 8 buttons here. I got a stick here. I'm about to buy like 12 more buttons for my hitbox. Listen, we paid for buttons, all right?
We sure as hell will use them.
We're going to use them, all right? We're going to use all the buttons, bro. Like, we're not just going to sit here and let you do whatever. And that is something I noticed. Like, except outside of, like, the highest ranks of NA players, like really good NA players play really fast and super good as well. But high-level EU players will just fraud the fuck out of you if you don't know. Like, they don't care. Like, they're just gonna go ham on you. It'll almost look like they're mashing.
Oh yeah.
Panthera, nice. I also got this one as well. My favorite, the Nikon. I wonder if Cawthornes is still drawing some art. My fight sticks are artless right now. I need art for these. Anyway. Ooh. Oh, you are? Awesome. Let's go. Cawthornes hooking up the fight stick.
Cawthornes, very nice. I might actually also see if they're open for a commission.
You want a progress pick? Yeah, I'll put it up. I'll put it up on stream. Actually, show everybody. Yeah, I love to see sketches and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in putting together a hitbox. So that's my plan right now. Is I'm gonna put together a hitbox. Hold up. Got to zoom out.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
very nice, very lovely.
Ooh, this is sick. Oh my my god!
My goodness.
This is look at the background. She's got all the different moves.
Very good detail.
Oh my god. Yo, this is actually hold up. This is actually godlike. Hold on. I gotta break this down for you guys. We got the fucking new jump dust. We got the green sever. We got 6H. We got stun edge. We got 2P, the OG 2P. Oh my god.
Goodness.
You got all the Kai moves. Yo, this is so good. Holy crap. Yo, this is really good, chat. Wow.
Very nice.
There's like so many like little details, you know? Jesus Christ, man. You won't want to now? Listen, how about we all just put this design on our Daija? How about that? We all just, if you have a Nikon Daija, just print it out and put it on your Nikon. All right.
Then and there, immediately.
Yeah.
That was
everyone just print it out, put it on your Nikon, bro. That's what we're going to do.
Even I should just put it on my Venom.
Yeah, seriously, just reformat it, bro. No, but this is so good. Like, this is actually
it's good.
Like,
it's really good.
And I like the drawing of Kai as well. But you know what? He's not drippy enough. You know what he needs? He needs a fitted with the stickers on it. He needs a fitted with the stickers on it. He needs the Supreme jacket. It needs to say Supreme all over this, all over his jacket. Just the jacket, though, Not gonna lie, the moves in the background are genuinely good. Yeah, they really are. Like,
they are really good.
Absolutely. Like the composition of the picture of like Kai and then all the moves coming out of him is like really good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. Like that's like design wise, that's like kind of like design porn a little bit. And I also like these effects coming out of the screws where like 'cause these are where the Nikon Daija screws would be.
Oh yeah.
I like these effects of it coming out. I don't know what the fuck this says in Japanese, but I'm sure it's cool. So, yeah, I'm sure it's cool. Yeah, there you go. Cawthornes getting paid now. See, that's what happens. You guys come to the stream, show off your talent, get the check. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway,
get the long stuff of the cash.
Yeah, no, this is super good. This is really good actually.
Let's see here. Is there any more questions from chat?
Yeah, do we have any more questions, guys? Guys and grills? Any other questions? But yeah, so I also need to take the time myself to so all right, I have a question for you.
Sure.
I have a question for you. What is the one thing that you need to work on that you consistently keep failing in Guilty Gear?
If I were to go back to exert my that drill cancel kick. Because you might think I know what I'm doing. It's just like I can do a lot of things with Faust, even the very more complicated stuff. But when it comes to like go back to neutral and then try to do the really short hop, jump cancel, drill cancel, hop kick, I am out of my words. So that's the reason I surprised my opponent with 6 heavy.
Nice. 6P and air grabs, yeah, that's tough. Thoughts on low tier Potemkin, Kappa? Yeah, there's my thought. Cap. Yeah, that's Cap. All right, moving on. When we play we can play tomorrow. I'm gonna be tonight. I'm gonna grind some rank and get my VIP challenge. That's what I'm gonna work on tonight, and we'll see. What I'll do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? So I had an idea, Ponteronten. I want to see if you're down for it. At the end of the podcast, we do a first to 3. Oh wait, he got the fight stick. He went and picked the fight stick immediately. He's ready.
That's fucking.
He's like, let's go.
All
right. Pawn is ready. Chat. All right, hold on a second. So it's not the end yet. We still got to get some questions going in.
Sure.
I'm going to open up my game in the meantime. But yeah, either you, me, or someone, we do a quick first to 3 at the end. I got this idea from watching, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Dragon Force. The band, like Herman Lee's got a Twitch channel. It's like really famous on Twitch now, and he does like podcast style talks with other guitarists. But then at the end, they like jam, they like shred, you know. So like at the end of the talk, they go, and they'll like jam over the internet. Like it's actually pretty crazy. I don't know how they do that, you know. But Meta, you gonna play that soul again? Yeah. So at the end of our podcast, I was thinking maybe we could do a first to 3.
All right.
For the memes, you know?
Yeah, sure thing. So I also got a question here actually from Ramirez. How's Laust, Ponte? If you're thinking about Faust, I would say this. Tricky, but I'm having fun playing Faust, I would say. There's going to be times where I just feel like, oh, I lost. It's Laust. Okay.
It's Laust. Yeah, because he's lost to the sauce. He's lost to the sauce, man.
Lost to the sauce.
We can't help it. We can't do nothing about it.
That's how things are. I would say it's fun to play with Laust because I still need that RNG thing. Otherwise, things will just get boring at the end of the whole thing.
All right, Chad, which fight stick should I use? Should I use my Lucky Panther or go with the OG workhorse Nikon Daija? I gotta blow the dust off. You know, one thing I don't like about living in Europe is everything gets dusty. It's like I literally sweep my room every day, and then I wake up the next day, and it's literally as if I never cleaned it. You know, like it's like What do you think about low tier Eno? I think Eno is low tier once you stop allowing her to do hop shit. That's what it is. Like if you let her get away with some stuff, then she will steamroll you. You know what I mean?
True that.
But I don't know. Eno's a tricky one because I do think she's bottom because all of her mix is fake.
Yeah,
and she can be zoned, believe it or not. You can just hard zone her, you know. Make it so that she can't get in.
Absolutely, and then just be like, "Oh, you throw your crescendo? No, don't care."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care about your projectile.
Eno moved up like 2 places in the tier list after the 15v15. I need to see that though. How about Daru rolling in Japanese 15v15? I need to see it. Her mix isn't fake. It's definitely fake. It's 100% fake. I labbed Eno for like 6 hours one day. I tried every fucking combination of moves. It's fake if you can read it. You know, if you can react. But see, that's the key word. If you can react. You know, if you can react. But once again, it's not to say that someone can't do crazy shit with the character, right? Just because it's fake, you still have to react to like the jump K. You still have to react to you know, short hop fake into low or short hop fake into short hop K or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, Eno can only mix you up if you let her, though. That's kind of the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying, Blaze. It's like she can only really mix you if you let her do that.
Let her get breathing space, and then she will get going.
Yeah, exactly. Eno can only mix you up if you get hit. That is true. A lot of Guilty Gear, and you guys might say that as a joke. You might say that as a joke, Skid, but that's actually a lot of Guilty Gear. Is if you don't let them hit you, or if you don't let them knock you down or get some sort of advantage, they can't roll you. You know what I mean? That shit is real. That shit was real in Plus R with Cliff. Cliff is a big character like that. Actually, it's you know. He can't roll you if he doesn't hit you. So if you don't allow him to hit you, then it's kind of tough for him to do his job. You know what I mean?
True that.
All right, so let me get these. Let me see. This is the PogCast, first to 3. All right. Maybe next Sunday we'll do a different first to 3. Like maybe you will play somebody else. But today we're gonna get this tradition started off. Every Sunday, at the end of the podcast, either me, Ponteronten, or me and Ponteronten will do a first to 3 with someone. Right?
Sure thing.
All right, who's ready to watch me get washed by Pon Chat? Play that soul meta. Listen, my soul is ass, bro. My soul is booty. Let me turn off this match arena. That was from yesterday. Oh yeah, big ups to everyone for all the donations and support. We used up almost every code, every Matcherino code yesterday, by the way. We had like 5 codes
Very
left,
nice.
I think. So, definitely appreciate that. Alright, let's meet up in the lobby.
In a lobby.
Soul is just soul. Just press S and win. Disappear! Gun flame!
Oh, it's gone. How did that happen?
Alright. Yeah, just don't get hit by the unreactable 50-50. It's only unreactable 50-50 if you're in her face. You know that, right? Eno's mix-ups are only unreactable when she's on Oki or when she's in your face. There's this wonderful button if she tries to do that shit from neutral. It's called 6P. Oh, shit. Come to EU8.
Sure.
Oh, failed to obtain dual station. Hold up. Bruh. I'm getting a dual station error. Hold on. I might need to restart my game. I just started my game and I'm already having an issue. Oh, no, it's working now.
Alright.
Are you ready?
Alright, time for me to get washed, chat. The
We'll
FGC
see what
PogCast
happens.
first to 3. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Come on.
Are you ready?
There we go. Let's see if it wants to work. There we go.
Oh. Yes, you can, but that goes into, like, layers. Like, Blaze, that kind of goes into, like, layers, right? Alright, let's get it.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
God damn. Nice grab.
Thanks.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God, the hammer.
The hammer.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
I have the shadow, yes. Very nice.
Oh my God, the latest burst ever, bro. I swear to God. That burst was so late.
Oh crap. There it is.
Let's go.
Hey.
No! Alright. That was sick. I thought I had enough to kill, but my flip kick knocked you too far away for me to get the juggle, so. Rip flip kick, chat. Nerf flip kick. I mean, buff flip kick, please.
What? No, you said nerf just now.
Nah, buff. Nah, buff.
Let's rock.
Bro, can you let me wake up DP like once?
Nah, man.
Bruh. I grabbed you! I should just DP'd you again.
Yep. There we go. That's gonna be a kill.
Oh my God. I should just DP'd you again.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna match DP now.
Alright.
Oh my god.
I learned that from Elven Shadow. Surprise! There it is.
How did I not hit you?
Oh, nice. Oh, wow, nice. GG.
Woo! Jesus Christ, you gotta be sweating this Sunday. Holy crap.
That's good.
Oh! Almost got shimmied. I'm not even gonna cap.
Oh no. Ah, crap. Ugh.
Oh, the reaction. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go! Let's go! Sniped! Sniped! Sniped!
Sniped.
I saw it too. I was like, yo, if he teleports to my face again, he's getting super, bro.
Let's rock.
No, I backdashed! Come on. Come on. How you gonna do me like this, man? No, I backdashed! Oh, the schmick. You like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Why don't you TK air stun edge? You literally just watch me do it like 3 times. Bruh, that's 6 feet.
Oh, nice. Oh, crap, I thought I got it.
Bam. I got rolled.
Good game.
Alright, 2-1, 2-1.
2-1.
That looked like a normal stun edge. Bruh, you're literally watching me do several different types of stun edges, bro.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Good burst. Kai, why you gotta be so short?
You know, I read that too, but I don't have an answer for it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. No! Damn, I hate that so much. It's so fast. It's so hard to react to. Alright, GG's. GG's. That's
GG's.
3-1. I got teleport scammed. GG's.
Teleport steal. GG's. GG's.
Right,
Well played.
GG's. I got teleport scammed, but that's it. That's our first of 3 for the weekend.
Absolutely.
That was quite fun. Alright, GG's.
It was. GG's, man.
Why do you think false is so great? That instant teleport, instant mix up, like you can do throw strike there, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's completely real, by the way, too. You literally have to hard read the teleport and like grab where you are, because like he can teleport. If he's got meter, he can literally teleport to where you are, and then he can either do left, right, down, or instant PRC into either proximity grab, regular grab, strike. He could be elusive, you know. He could low pro. I mean, false. I don't know why y'all sleeping on this man. I don't know why y'all sleeping on false. Like, he is not bad in this game. That wasn't a question.
Oh yeah. Pon, you want to play? I actually want to go get some lunch, but we'll see what I can do the rest of the day.
False bottom 1 easy. Yeah, false. I've normally had a bad matchup to false. It might be me personally. A lot of people say that Kai beats false, but personally for me, I'm having a tough matchup. I'm having a tough time. But anyway, chat, I think that's it. I think that's our podcast for today.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so it's going to be up on the YouTube. Well, we did talk about tier lists already, Skid. So yeah, this is going to be up on YouTube. I'm going to spend the rest of the day uploading YouTube videos. So yeah, you guys sub to the YouTube. We're very close to 1,000 followers over there. So there you go. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm guessing that's it from you, Ponteronten. You got anything else to say?
Eat and drink good things.
What?
That's a small catchphrase that I have. Actually, you can find it on my information on Twitch. I just don't. It was like a small saying that I give to people sometimes.
Oh well, there you go. Make sure you follow us both on Twitter, and that's gonna be it, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Guilty Gear. I'm gonna try to get my VIP challenge tonight so that I can do VIP on stream tomorrow. All right, that's the plan. All right, so peace.
Have a good one.